Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome to the third episode of the Basic Babes Tutorials Part 2. That's a mouthful. So in today's video, since it's August and it's back to school, I'm going to be doing an affordable everyday makeup that's suitable for work or for school. This is gonna be more of like a natural glam. If you want to see how this video goes down, carry on watching and let's get right into it.
In your mouth, you speak good to me. I feel like it.
So starting off, you don't want to have any product on your eyebrows, so there's nothing on it. These are microbladed, that's why they look the way they do. But I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil. I've really been loving this one from the lip bar. It was sent to me in PR and it's a black brown. It's very dark. I like my brows dark, if you can tell. So I'm going to start off with filling my eyebrows in. I'm going to clean the bottom of my brow with the e.l.f. Camo concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. This is closer to my skin tone because we are gravitating to a natural soft glam look. So I'm going to use this to clean the bottom part of my brows because I don't want like a really light concealer there. What's left on the brush, I'm not going to go in with extra concealer. I'm going to use that to clean the top part of my brows. Then I'm going to blend in the concealer with my brush from Bio Techniques. So the focus of this makeup look is to look soft and look natural. So we are not going to stray away far from my actual skin tone. So if you're like following this tutorial, stick to using foundation, concealers, powders that are close to your skin tone, that make you look like you have makeup on but not like bright under eyes, like too much blush. Like just stick to natural looking things. So don't stray too far from your concealer, don't stray too far from your foundation. And I really like my eyebrows today. Okay, so the next step is to do the base. So I'm going to start off with, I already have my skincare on. I'm going to use the blurring primer from the lip bar. This is what it looks like. I'm going to use this to prime my skin. Primer is important to me because I have oily skin, I have large pores, and I want my makeup to last and look good. This primer literally blurs out my pores like in a very natural looking way, so we love that. Next step is foundation or skin tints, whichever float your boat. I'm gonna use foundation because I'm using the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I'm in the shade 50 Deep Warm. So I'm gonna apply that. Going to blend that out. I love this foundation so much. I'm going in with a sponge to soak up any extra products and make it a little bit more seamless. This is a damp sponge. I'm just going to use that all over my skin. The next step is to apply cream bronzer. Bronzer just gives the face a little bit more shape and just gives you a snatch kind of natural look. I'm gonna use the Juvias Base Bronzer in the shade Amber. It's so buttery and blends like a dream. I'm gonna do one side of my face and compare it to the other side. Snatched, flat. I'm in my era of nose contouring. I definitely never skip it. It's not like I don't like my nose or the shape of my nose, or like there's nothing like that. I just like contouring my nose. So I'm gonna use the same cream bronzer and I'm gonna go in and contour my nose. So naturally I have darker eyelids. I like to use that for eyeshadow, but I like to elevate it a bit. So I use the same bronzer and I just go in and apply that all over my eyelids. It's just going to enhance the darker eyelids that I already have. And there's just something about it that makes the makeup look so good. So I'm doing it. So the next step is to apply concealer. I'm going back into the concealer that I used earlier. I really like it. So if you are like the same shade as me, it's affordable. It's like a dupe for the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's, I believe, $6. I don't know. e.l.f. Hydrating concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. I'm going to apply that. Like I said, don't stray too much away from your natural skin tones. Just a little bit of a highlight. I don't leave it to sit. I just go in straight and blend it out. But I like to use a brush before I use a sponge. It's a thing with me. I like using brushes and sponges. Not too far off from my skin tone, and we love that. Trust the process. It looks crazy, but this is when I go in with a sponge and I'm going to blend it out again. You can use a sponge straight away, but there's just something about using a brush before a sponge. The brush kind of keeps the product in place, spreading it out evenly, and then the sponge just makes it airbrushed. We love that. So going back in with the contour brush, no extra product. I'm just going to blend out the edges. I'm just going to go over the nose contour. Feel free to go in with a lighter concealer if that's what you prefer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set. I'm using the Revolution Banana powder. I have a love-hate relationship with this powder. It goes everywhere, but it's so good. dare I say, a Huda Beauty dupe. In terms of color, I feel like this is a very good dupe. To set, you need to iron out any creases with a sponge or a brush or whatever you use to blend out your makeup. Having a powder puff is non-negotiable because it's going to give you the airbrush look, and we're not baking, no baking, so you need to set all the creams and liquids on your face to perfection. Especially if you're oily, if you're going to be wearing your makeup all day, you need to set to perfection. So I'm going in to set that, making sure that this is spread out evenly on my puff, and I'm going to push that under my eyes. I crease on my eyelids, so I'm going to iron out the bronzer that I put there, and I'm going to dust a little bit of my powder just to set that down, but not to necessarily change the color that I was going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my cream bronzer with the Juvias Place bronzed bronzer in the shade Tan. I'm going back in with the same brush, gonna set the bronzer down. Notice I'm pushing the bronzer in and not dusting it so that it sets the cream bronzer. Going back in with the same brush or the same bronzer to set the nose contour. And then dust this all over my eyelids as well. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna use my lip bar finishing powder in the shade Sugar Brown Babe. I'm gonna use that to push everywhere else I didn't put powder, so underneath my bronzer. So for the eyes, we're not gonna do a lot, but I'm gonna give you guys options. If you want like an intense eye look, but like super simple, use black for what I'm gonna do. But if you want something mild, simple, soft, use a dark brown. These are both from Wet n Wild. This is the Kohl Crayon pencil. This is in the shade Pretty in Mink, which is a dark brown, and there is Baby's Got Black, which is black. So either is fine, just pick and choose what you want to do. I feel like doing black, so I'm going to roughly line my lash line with this pencil. You want to line as close to your lash line as possible, and then go in between your eyelids and just back and forth. That's it. And then in with the bronzer to just smoke it out. completely unnecessary. If you want to do blush, that's fine. I'm gonna be using the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Butta than before. This blush is very pigmented and I really like it for my skin tone. It's a dark plum and I'm not going to do a lot. I'm literally just going to dip in once, and because it's so pigmented, if you go overboard it will just be a lot of blush, but that's it. I also like to put blush at the tip of my nose. If you want brighter under eyes and you don't want to do a lot, just go in with a lighter powder. I'm going to show you. It's not necessary to do this, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Golden. It's quite light, so I'm just going to use my powder puff and I'm going to push that under my eye. I'm going to show you guys the difference in a sec. And then once you do this, you want to go back in with your blush brush and then blend the edges in. It just gives like a really light, soft, bright under eye. So I'm going to do the same here. It's very necessary to use the blush brush to blend the edges in so it doesn't look too harsh. And then I'm going to go in with my setting spray from the lip bar. Eyebrows, use a brow gel. This is from NYX. This is in the shade dark brown. They have a clear one too, so in case you want something clear, you're just going to use that to brush through the eyebrow hairs. And then highlighter, not necessary, so I'm going to put some in the inner corners. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glue Highlighting Powder in the shade 322B, Crown of My Canopy. I don't know if they still make this shade, but it's a champagne color and I feel like champagne colored highlighter looks good on my skin tone. Gold is just too yellow for me, so like I said, I go crazy with my nose. I don't care if it's full glam, soft glam, I do my nose highlighter. I also like to apply a bit on my brow bone. And then a bit over here. Also with the eyelashes, I'm not going to be wearing any falsies. This lash curler is from Shiseido. That's on the affordable side, but e.l.f. has a lash curler as well, so you can look into that, but I really like this one. For mascara, the one I have is sample size, is the Falsies Surreal from Maybelline. I got it as a gift from shopping from Ulta, but this mascara is so good. So that's it for the eyes, looking scrumptious. I'm going to show you guys my go-to matte natural lip color. So I'm going to start off with this is an eyeliner, but I use it for my lips. It's from Wet n Wild. It's in the shade Simmer Down Brown. I'm going to use that to line my lips. I go in with a brush just to blend in the edges. Should look something like this. And then I'm going in the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. This goes so well with my lip color, so I use my finger to kind of spread it out. So this is the beat. Like I said, I didn't stray far from my natural skin tone, so it's giving. Wow, today they chose to mow the lawn at my neighbors, so that's what you're hearing. But yeah, this is the beat. You can also go in with lip gloss if you want to, but I don't know. I I don't know, I'm not feeling lip gloss today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything that I used would be listed down below for you guys to check out. Don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.